Hey guys, I wanted to share something with you. This is a 100% olive oil soap that I made yesterday. Now, my typical recipe I can cut sometimes isn't as short as 4 hours because it goes through a hot gel phase and it has a lot of solid fats. So that means the fats are solid at room temperature. That would be like coconut oil or lard or tallow. So I use a high percentage in my typical recipe. I make these soaps. These are called Castile soaps. And so you'll notice that it still has a little bit of kind of a shiny top instead of the matte soap top that usually is there when a soap is ready to cut or after, which means this is still somewhat gelatinous. You can see from this crack here, it did go through gel phase. I did have goat's milk in it, so that tends to heat up the soap. Anything with natural sugars, even a milk, will cause a soap to heat up. But I wanted to talk a little bit about this because sometimes the olive oil soaps are recommended for beginners, and sometimes it can be frustrating because you watch YouTube videos, you see how quickly people can unmold and cut their soap, and you wonder what you did wrong. Why can't I cut my soap, my olive oil soap, even after 24, 48 hours, even 72 hours, and you're still waiting for it to firm up? That is the nature of the beast with these kinds of soaps. The olive oil soaps, they simply take longer to set up. They can take longer to set up. Depending on the additives that you have, it might not take that long. But also I want to show you something from the soap calculator. If you're not familiar with this, this is something that you will want to get to know. It is your friend. It is very intimidating at first, but this is the soap calculator. And if you notice this line right here, if it is over 38, your soap may require a longer cure time. And it also may take longer for it to be ready to cut. That is the nature of this kind of soap. So if you have high olive oil soap or high liquid oil soap, that is often the case with that. And there are ideal numbers on the soap calculator. However, they don't always mean that the soap will be ideal. This soap in a year from now will be perfect for use. If I tried to unmold this right now, well, for one, it would just squish because you can still see it is squishable. It's like a thick pudding almost consistency. But even if I waited a week and tried to test this, it would not be optimal. If I wait and let it cure for 9 to 12 months, it will be a really nice, gentle cleansing. And on the soap calculator, you'll also notice that the cleansing is 0 for olive oil soap. So you think, well, why is it even used? It does cleanse. Oftentimes we equate cleansing to the amount of bubbles a soap has, and that's not necessarily what gets us clean. So the soap goes onto our skin, we rub it onto our skin, there's like a layer of soap on our skin, and then the water washes that off along with the dirt and grime that we have. But it's not necessarily the bubbles that get us clean. And so there are a lot of misconceptions. I do love a bubbly soap, but this olive oil soap is just going to have like a lotion-like lather. It's not going to have a profuse amount of lather. And so I just wanted to encourage you, if you are a newer soap maker and you have tried a recipe that is high percent of olive oil, really anything over about 30% olive oil in a batch is going to take perhaps a little bit longer to be ready to cut or to cure, to be optimal. So look at this, the number on the soap calc, and if that number is over 38, you might want to think about giving it a slightly longer cure time. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, please post them in the comments below, or you can find my Facebook learners group. It's called Soapers Haven, and that is just a safe place to ask your soap making questions. I hope you'll join us there. Thanks for watching, guys.